Okay, we're going for this. Hopefully this is the last time I'll have to do this angle. Oh my god, hi. Oh god, it's taken me so long to get this angle. Literally, it's taken me... This is the third time filming this. I'm very frustrated. Nothing seems to be working for me. Everything's gone a bit wrong. The lighting, to be honest, is pretty dire. So hi guys, hope you are all well. Yeah, so it's taken me 3 times to film this video. Kat said it's an omen that I shouldn't be filming it, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to just hope that my phone not accepting the video and that my camera dying is just my unfortunate bad luck. We're going to go for it, we're going to roll with it. Basically, I have a little story to tell you. So I have been focusing on writing a book. I wrote a journal to do with my mental health. We'll skip past it, but as I've been writing this book, I came across my tale of my TV audition. The TV programme in question was actually The Naked Attraction. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen Naked Attraction, but for all those of you who haven't or don't live in the UK, Naked Attraction is a programme on Channel 4 and it's a dating show. I'm on the show and they say, I'm looking for this in a person, I find this attractive, I like these qualities, and what happens is they come out onto the show. There are 6 coloured tubes and there are 6 naked people in the tubes. So the picker comes out, fully dressed, says to the presenter, and she says, here's your 6 people. And as the show goes on, a section comes up, so it'll start off with the legs, then it'll go up to the torso, to the head, and it sort of they eliminate the person based on what they find most attractive about that part of their body. It sounds horrendous, it's actually not. If you watch it, it's actually really wholesome, body positive. This is the story of how I auditioned and nearly ended up on Naked Attraction. It's wild, and hold on to your seats, kids. So we flash back to Christmas Day 2018. As you know, I was fresh out the engagement, very confused about my sexuality. At the time, I did actually identify as a lesbian. We all know that I'm bisexual. I now identify as bisexual. I find men and women equally attractive. There's my story. So yeah, I'd split with my fiance and I didn't really know where to start meeting anyone. It's hard enough for me to speak to boys. It's even harder for me to speak to girls. Yeah, Christmas Day 2018, I was extremely drunk and thought, you know what? I'm already the facially pierced cousin. I'm already the tattooed and the gay cousin. Why not be any more of a disappointment and apply for Naked Attraction? Genuinely, I thought it won't go anywhere. You know, let's just do it. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of banter. I also felt it would give me a good confidence boost because I'm very shy, as much as I don't appear to. When actually meeting someone, I am quite shy. And I thought, it'll be a good icebreaker. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Sally and I've had my baps out on Channel 4. Take that as you will, but I thought that would be a fun icebreaker. So yeah, I applied for it on Christmas Day, didn't really hear anything back. Wasn't really expecting anything to be heard back and I wasn't really thinking about it. It was only about 3 months later when I actually received a phone call off the researchers and they wanted to know a little bit more information about me and kind of give me a courtesy call to say, we are interested but we need to know a little bit more about you. The phone call wasn't very interesting, it was just them asking me about my story, about why I wanted to come on the show and what qualities I found, and again, because I identified as a lesbian, what qualities I found attractive in a woman. So I went through the list and I said, you know, alternative girls, tattooed, pierced, you know, I'm not really bothered about, to be fair, appearance isn't really anything to me, it's about personality, and because I feel that way, I was like, I want to come on this show to see if, you know, I can judge someone off looks, essentially. So yeah, the phone call ended and again didn't really think of it. About 2 or 3 weeks passed, still didn't hear anything. Then I received a phone call to say, yeah, we definitely want you to come in for an audition. I was like, shit, this is happening now. What have I done? So I had to speak to my boss. I basically went, at the time I worked in a call centre, spoke to my boss and he said, no, it's fine, like, you're face to face contact so no one's going to know who you are even if they call. Spoke to family members and friends. Obviously they were a little bit like taken back, they were a little bit, you know, shocked by it, but to be fair they were all really supportive and, you know, the typical, you're an adult, your decision. So they invited me to the audition was in Manchester City Centre. They said dress to impress, so I did, I put my makeup on, I did all my hair and everything. So I turned up at the audition. They were running around about an hour behind, but it was fine because they gave me all these forms to fill out, just your typical health and safety and everything like that. My anxiety was already kicking off because I'm really shit at first impressions, and this was a time that a first impression really counted, so I was like, oh my god, what's going on? But it was okay because there was a few other people there who were up for auditioning. I actually met a guy called Jason who actually appeared on the show about 2 or 3 months ago, because that season would have been mine, what I would have been on. But met a guy called Jason. No idea if he'll ever see this or if someone knows him will see this, but he was born female, obviously transitioned to be male. He had the top surgery but not the bottom surgery because he wanted to have biological children. So if you're watching, Jason, well done. I'm glad you shared your story, and never be anyone but yourself, which is something else I wanted to sort of mention about Naked Attraction quickly, that it is about body confidence, and it's about showing the world like this is what we live in now. This is the generation. I mean, they've always existed, but they've never, obviously there's more awareness around it now, and I just want to like say, you know, always be yourself. I'm very much, you know, always be yourself, and just never let anyone get you down. You be you, as long as you're happy, everyone's consensual, and, you know, no one's getting hurt. I say go for it. But Jason, if you're watching it, well done, mate. You did super good on the show, and I'm very proud of you. So yeah, after I'd filled the forms out, they called my name. So I was like, okay, potted into a room, and there was 3 women stood on a sofa. It was a little bit like the casting couch. Yeah, 3 women, and there was a massive camera, like this huge professional camera, which was slightly intimidating, but, you know, I knew what I was signing myself up for. Yeah, so the women, they basically asked me, they confirmed who I was, asked me some details, and then it was like, get your kit off. I was like, huh? And they said, yeah, just get your kit off, just nonchalant. I thought, who said chivalry was dead? Like, so as I was getting undressed, I remember specifically it was Pancake Day. I'll tell you as for why, was because me being me made 2 jokes that day. As you can see, I'm not very well endowed in this given area. I said, oh, it's Pancake Day. That's what you're about to see, ironically. And then as I took my bra off, I said, are you ready for the gender reveal? And then I flinged it off and went, it's a boy. Anyone else make jokes when they're uncomfortable? Is that just me? The audition lasted for about an hour. They asked me some questions, you know, as to basically my story, what sort of girl I was looking for. They kind of just reiterated the things they asked me on the phone the first time. They asked me to do my Stacey Solomon impression, because me, being a drunk ass hoe, wrote, I can do a Stacey Solomon impression, but I only ever do this impression when I'm drunk, and it's not good. And it's basically me going, thanks, thanks Joe. We all know that's a shitty impression. So yeah, I was swanning round, they give me like little props, so it was like no men, and I was like shaking my bum like on camera, which wasn't the finest moment in my life. So after that I had to get changed and then do the whole thing again. I think it was like a camera test to see how I would react on camera naked, and not like naked and fully dressed, which I understand. But actually the worst part of it was when they asked me to get dressed again, was them watching me get dressed. Because I'd came so accustomed, and it became so natural for me to be like naked. It was uncomfortable for me to have them watch me get dressed. Like, that's super weird, isn't it? But yeah, skip to about a month later. They rang me up and said, yeah, we definitely want you on the show. It was all good. But then I needed 2 days off, and it could have been a weekday or a weekend. And basically I didn't end up filming because by the time I had my audition and the new call, I'd basically moved from Manchester to Leeds, and I couldn't get the time off in my new job, and which was fine because my new job was important. It still is important. I love my job. So in hindsight, it wasn't meant to be. But I thought I'd just give you a quick, like, cheeky, a little story about it, and just tell you about it, to be honest. Now I'm in kind of mental health recovery. Obviously I'm not there yet, but now I'm in recovery. I feel 50-50 about the situation. I'm kind of pissed off that I didn't get to go on the show. Like, a part of me is a bit annoyed because it would have been so fun and what an experience, and I'd never do anything like that again. But then the other half of me is very grateful that I couldn't get the time off, because it would have been very off-putting to not only future partners, but like to future employers and to my future children, to have, you know, exposed myself. Not exposed, to have shown myself in that way, I suppose. I mean, it would have been a fun 15 minutes of fame, but is it worth the lifetime of jokes from everyone? I never have any shame in admitting anything. Someone asks me a question, I'll give them an honest answer. I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm not shaming anyone who's been on the show or anyone who, you know, works in the sex industry, because you're all really brave people. I couldn't do it, so like, fair play to you all. you know, well done for anyone who's ever done that or works in that sort of industry, because yeah, I can't do it, and fair play, hats off to you as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, overall it gave me a massive confidence boost, and it really made me step out my comfort zone, which I'm not really a fan of doing. So I'm so glad I did it, and it was such a fun experience. And my body confidence was so low. Like, I thought I was fat. Like, used to, you know, I had such low self-esteem, and it did me such a favour. So I'm so glad that I did it, and I'm just happy that you know, I'm here and I lived to tell the tale. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit of a weird one, a bit of a quick speaking one, but check out Naked Attraction on Channel 4. I'm going to try and sit and talk to the camera more often. I know I kind of give you compilation videos of my boring ass life, but yeah, I've definitely got more stuff to talk about now. So please like, subscribe, share, and stay weird, always be yourself, and catch you later.